Hello friends, I am here with the story of a widow's struggling life. He is a kung fu master, a doctor, and a man of many skills. All the notorious terrorists in this city were defeated by him. Despite having so much talent, she is an unfortunate woman because she lost her beloved husband and children. She killed her husband's killer and spent 30 years in prison, where she lost her child. After many years, when he returns home empty-handed, he finds a son. The boy is not his biological child, yet he does not think that God may have given him a child in this empty life. She holds him close to her chest like a child. Actually, this boy came to this house to kill the woman. The woman gives up everything for this boy who came here to kill her. Let's see what's happening in the story. The notorious terrorist of this city, Chong, killed her husband and committed all the crimes in the city. The widow's name is Lena. She was praying for her husband when Chong came here. Despite being stopped by the police, he entered and said bad things to Lena. Lena then got up and kicked the man with her foot and killed him. She got very excited and everyone said, "Don't be emotional when you're pregnant." Then we see Lena in jail. In fact, Lena was a great kung fu master. No one in this city could fight her. There was a prisoner leader inside the prison, her name was Hong. She made all the female prisoners make toilet paper, but Hong paid them less than their hard work. When a woman protested, he punished her, then Lena came and stood there. A girl told Hong that this girl came here after kicking and killing someone. The girl who was being abused by Hong ran to Lena and asked for help. Hong looked at Lena and said, "No one has dared to stand in front of me like you do." Everyone attacks Lena, saying that she will now suffer the consequences of such arrogance in front of me. But they don't know that Lena is a kung fu master. She beats Hong a lot. Finally defeated by Lena, the police arrived and told everyone to go to their places. When the police were taking Hong away, they noticed that Lena was in labor pains. He told the police, "Please give me some time. Lena is in labor pain. She needs to be taken to the doctor." Then all the female prisoners brought Lena to the hospital. She gave birth to a son. The female prisoners jumped around in the rain in joy. Then, 30 years later, the scene is shown in the Chinese city of Zhuhai, where Chong, the son of the deceased Chong, lives. He has become like his father. Next to Chong Za, we see a boy, Hang Fei, the main lead of this story. He protects the Chong family from all dangers. No terrorist group in this city can match Hang Fei. With Hang Fei, Chang's family has become twice as strong. He can withstand enemy attacks in any situation. Hang Fei says, "You will see me as a boss or a friend. Tonight we will have dinner together." Night, all of their group had dinner together and Chong Za said, "Hang Fei, if you can take over the place on Shafa Street tomorrow, the place will be yours." The next day, Hang Fei fought with the occupants of the place, drove them out, and occupied the place himself. Chong Za organizes a party to celebrate this happiness. All the people in the city who work for him come to this party. Everyone runs after Hang Fei. All the girls call him closer. At the end of the party, someone threw a chemical into Hang F's eyes. He was then taken to the hospital. The doctor told him that he would never be able to see again. Everyone who came to see him left. At night, Hang Fei comes to Chong Za's house for dinner and everyone there is annoyed to see him. Chong Za says, "Why are you here? I don't feed a useless person." Hang Fei says, "Boss, feeding me will be like feeding a dog." Someone present there tells Chong Za that the woman who killed your father was released from prison today. They all plan to kill Lena. Then we see Lena released from prison, standing in front of her house, where we see Hong. Hong is very happy to see her. When he entered the house, he saw that Hong was managing his business very well. Hong says, "I learned how to massage you in prison. After I was released, I started your business. But I didn't expect the business to be so good. Lena asks Hong if she found Liang, but she falls silent. Hong said goodbye to the customer. Lena asked him this question again. Hong shows him a picture of Liang and says the doctor said she went blind during pregnancy and during the first 3 months due to being in very low light. Lena goes back to the time when Liang was 1 year old and the police told her that the child was 1 year old and could no longer be kept in prison. She had to be transferred to an orphanage. When the police took Liang away, Lena fought with them, so the police arrested her and took the baby away. While in prison for fighting with the police, Lena was never allowed to see her son again, but Hong would occasionally visit him at the orphanage. Hong Zhan said that after being released, he could not find Liang again. Lena regretted that if she had not done this that day, Liang would be with her today. Hong comforts him and says your Liang will come back to you one day, don't be broken. When Hong goes to lock the door, Chong Za's sons kidnap him, thinking he is Lena. Then I saw Hang Fei and his friend Aben there. They went there to find out about Lena. Meanwhile, Chong Za's sons beat Hong a lot and then realize they brought the wrong people. By that time, Lena arrives there. She kills everyone and rescues Hong and takes him to the hospital. Chong Za's sons all run away in fear when they see Lena, while Aben finds out all the information about Lena and tells Hang Fei. Hang Fei arrives at the police station and claims that he is Liang and is looking for his mother. In fact, Aben gathered all the information about Liang. The next morning, the police told Lena that her son had been found, that he remembered some things, that he was somewhere, and that she was able to tell them everything. The police also said that he cannot see with his own eyes. When the police brought Hang Fei in front of her, Lena started remembering her son's childhood. Lena came to Hang Fu and remembered Hong, who said that his son could not see with his eyes. Lena Hang Fei was brought in front of her father's photo to pray for her father. He didn't have much food at home, so he went to the market to get something to eat. After Lena left, Hang Fei searched the whole house. In fact, Chongzha sent him here to kill Lena. He feels uncomfortable sleeping in the same bed with Lena at night. Hang Fei says, I can't call you mom, I'll call you old lady. Lena thinks I'm saying this because I've been away for so many years. He asks, did your eyes get bigger from being small or did you accidentally damage them? Hang Fei ignores her and pretends to be asleep. In the morning, Hang Fei appears in a new form. Lena teaches Hang Fei all the skills she has. Lena is a kung fu master. She also gives antidotes to relieve pain. She opened a clinic here and was very happy to meet Hang Fei. She knows she found Liang. But he still can't imagine what's going to happen to him. That's how I will rebuild Liang, shine a light in his dark life, read to him, teach him how to make an antidote, tell him what medicine is in which drawer. Finally, she got tired and sat down on the chair. Then Hang Fei called Chongzha and said, I have already entered the Chinese medicine clinic. The old lady trusts me completely. Now I can easily kill him. Chongzha says finish your work quickly and come back. I have found a foreign ophthalmologist. Your eyes will get better now. You are the most precious thing to me. Hang Fei comes out and tells his friend Aben everything. He will kill the old woman tonight and the boss has seen a doctor for him. His eyes will be better now. Aben tells him that you should take some more time, it's not good to work in such a hurry. When Hang Fei returns home at night, he goes to stab Lena with a knife. She wakes up, catches him, and since she knows kung fu, she easily defeats Hang Fei. Then Hong came there and saw them in this state and asked them what they were doing with the knife while they were sleeping. Lena doesn't say anything about this. Hang Fei quickly goes to the balcony and stands. Hong asks Lena, how did you bring a boy home without a paternity test? Then Hong asks Hang Fei if he remembers where he lived and if he grew up in an orphanage. Hang Fei says yes. Then Hong said, then tell me which orphanage you lived in and why were the children crying in the middle of the night. According to information from his friend, Hang Fei said that the orphanage was called Secret Heart and the children would cry. When new dogs arrived, the old dogs would howl and wake the children up. Lena was very happy to hear that her little Liang had come back so big. Hong then took the knife in his hand and said, "Then why are you carrying this?" Lena said, "Forgive me, he is my son," but Hong's doubts did not go away. After that, Lena started teaching her son kung fu and they had a mother-son fight. At night, Hong and Lena remember their time in prison. They met for the first time through hostility. How much Lena beat him that day. How much friendship is there between them now. Then the three of them had dinner together. Lena now manages her mother's business with Hang Fei, and customers love her massages. Lena walks up to him and holds his hand and says, "I won't let go of you, Liang. I lost you once and I don't want to lose you again." When Lena suddenly falls ill, Hang Fei makes tea for her. Then we see Lena leave all the money and property left by her husband, as well as his medicine shop, to Hang Fei. Hang Fei doesn't believe anything. This old woman is giving him everything. Lena gives him the land deed and says, "I signed it for you a long time ago." Hang Fei says, "Old lady, aren't you afraid if I run away with all this?" Lena says, "It was originally left for you. You can use it however you want. I won't live forever. You take responsibility for everything from now on." Hearing this, Hang Fei starts screaming because he can't disobey his boss. Meanwhile, he got a mother's love from this woman. What will he do now? Seeing her son's madness, Lena started crying. Then in a flashback, the doctor tells him that he is suffering from Alzheimer's disease and now needs a human to take care of him. Since her son is blind, the doctor advises her to contact volunteers. Hang Fei meets his friend Aben and says, "What should I do now? This old woman is ruining everything for me and meanwhile I can't disobey my boss." Then his boss calls him, but he hangs up and doesn't answer the call. Then Hang Fei learns from one of his team that their boss has found a killer to kill Lena. When he returned home, he saw a girl who had come and introduced herself as a volunteer to Lena. "Who is Lena Hang Fei? I asked her to come. I need a man." Hang Fei sat next to the girl and started smelling her body. Then Lena pulled her son and brought him to her. The girl then said, "I'm going to the washroom for a moment." Lena asks him if he likes the girl. He says, "I don't think she's good." Lena says she is my perfect daughter-in-law and goes upstairs. Then he goes to the bathroom and smells the girl's body again, saying, "You are a murderer sent by the boss." The girl says, "How did you know?" He says, "You still have the smell of blood all over your body." Then the two of them got into a fight. The girl said, "Changzhe paid me to kill someone, otherwise you wouldn't be alive." Lena hears the noise and comes to the washroom and sees Tara romancing. When Lena turns away laughing, the girl attacks her. Then Lena and the girl started fighting for a long time. The girl could not stand up to Lena. Then a man came there and told the girl that it takes so long to kill an old woman. Hearing this, Hang Fei punched the man in the face. She puts her hand on Lena's shoulder and says, "It's time for us to fight." Hang Fei learned kung fu from Lena and practiced it here. At one point, he was seriously injured. Lena took him away from there. He fell on the street and started vomiting. Lena and Hong took him to the hospital. The doctor treated him and said he would regain consciousness after a while. Hong tries to match Liang's childhood pictures with Hang Fu, but Hong says he doesn't look like Liang at all. Lena gets angry with Hong after hearing this. Then Hang Fei wakes up and says, "Why did you bring me to the hospital? You could have treated me at home, it's just a waste of money." He's afraid that if he does a paternity test. Meanwhile, Hong goes to the nurse and asks if the paternity test report is out. The nurse says it will take a little longer. A little later, the nurse gave Lena the paternity test report. She felt dizzy after seeing the report. Then Hong came and asked if the report was out. Lena hid the report and said that the report was out and that he was my son, Liang, he was my biological child. Hong happily hugged him. Meanwhile, the girl tells Chang Za that I failed today because of your people. Hang Fei is now protecting the old lady. Chang Za says it's a coincidence that he obeys all my orders. At night, when Hang Fei and Lina were returning home, the people of Changsha kidnapped the two of them. Changsha went to the front of the car and saw them rummaging around inside the sack. He stepped forward and said, "Old woman, how strong are you? Fight me, I've dug a grave for you." After hearing this, Lina came out of the sack and grabbed his throat, causing everyone around him to fall down. Then everyone went and caught Hang Fei and said, "If anyone touches my son, I will kill Chang Za right now." She brings Hang Fei to her and says, "You go away, I'll take care of them." Then Hang Fei takes out a knife and goes to stab Lina. Lina grabs his hand and says, "What are you doing?" Then he held Lina's hands again and said, "Your biggest mistake is teaching me all the tricks you know. No one in this city can fight you, but you will lose today." While Hang Fei was saying these things, Chang Za kicked him in the back and the knife in his hand went into Lina's body. Lina turns around and asks him, "Why are you listening to them?" He says, "I'm sorry, I'm not your son." After hearing this, he remembers that report. He already knew it, but Lina, who is childless, hugs him, thinking he is Liang. Hearing this from him, Lina was very hurt and became even angrier and started fighting with everyone. She comes towards Hang and says, "You are my son, never make such a mistake again. Let's go back home." Hang Fei stabs Lina again at the behest of his boss, and then we see Changsha's sons bury Lina alive. Then Changsha took the knife from Hang Fu's hand and said, "Now you should go back to the Chinese medicine clinic, otherwise the police will be suspicious. You will come back in a few days and I will treat your eyes then." Saying this, he put Hang Fei in the car and sent him home. Then, to frame him, Changsha tells him to put this knife in a place where the police can easily find it and arrest Hang Fei. Meanwhile, while returning home, Hang remembers Lina's memories. She gave him the love of his mother, which he did not receive from anyone after birth. Only Lina can tell him what his mother is like. This woman has written everything in her name. She is going to bury him alive today. She thinks about how she is going to get home. She goes back there again, but she can't find Lina. There he stood and shouted a lot, finally returning home empty-handed. 4 days later, the police came to arrest Hang Fei. The police said they found a blood-stained knife with his fingerprints on it. Through biometrics testing, they found out that it was Lina's blood, who has not been found for 4 days. When the police are about to take him away, Lina appears before them and says, "I'm fine, my son can't be taken anywhere." The police then said, "You are trying to hide something. Even if you are alive, there was an attempt to kill you, so we will take him to the police station." Then Hang F's friend Aben comes there. Here we find out that Aben is a senior police officer. He tells the police that this is not your investigation, this is my mission. You go away. On the other hand, Chang Za learns that Lina is not dead and that Aben, who has been with them all this time, is a senior police officer. Aben Hang Fei says, "You are Lina's biological son." He says, "You are lying. You know everything. Why am I here?" Aben further says, "You will not call her old woman anymore because she is your biological mother." She gets angry and says that is never possible because you know why I introduced her as a son. Aben says, "I checked with the police station and found out that you also grew up in the orphanage where Liang lived and all the information about Liang matches yours. Even though we lied to him, it's a very coincidental incident." Aben also says that Cheng Za has an organization where they traffic pornography, casinos and drugs. "I made friends with you just to go to Changza and find some evidence. Now I have everything I need, I will take action soon." Hearing these words, Hang Fei can't be normal at all. He behaves badly with Aben. Aben says, "I have saved you many times and that day when Madame Lina was buried alive, I also saved her. Hang Fei, you still have time, come back." He won't accept it. He says Liang Abir is involved in Changza's crime. Don't go there again. How can it be fair to betray the boss? Hang Fei said. Then Lena came and explained to him that it was not fair to support the criminal. Lena also asked why I was imprisoned 30 years ago. Your father's killer was Changzha's father. Your father was a police officer. He found out about his misdeeds, so he had people kill him. 4 days later, when Changzha's father came to my house, I kicked him to death, and for that I spent 30 years in prison. Hang Fei refuses to accept it at all. Say Liang is seen returning to Changzha. When he returns here, he finds out that everyone has only used him for so long. Now he will be killed. The boss he has listened to all this time has ordered him to be killed. Meanwhile, Aben takes Lena into police custody. Lena ignores everyone and leaves alone in the car. She thinks, I have lost a child once and I don't want to lose it again. On the other hand, everyone is waiting for Lena, who has captured Hang Fei. When Lena comes there and fights with everyone, she remembers the old grudges. She lost her husband and child to the Chang family. She frees Hang Fei from captivity and he gets up and tells Lena, old lady, leave quickly. They will kill you. Lena says, why are you telling me to leave? I came to take my son Liang. I don't want to lose him again. I've been waiting for him for 30 years. Then a girl came and hit him. Changzha fights with that girl in Hang Fei and sets fire around them. With great difficulty, I found Lena in Hang Fei. Lena's condition also worsened. She could not see with her eyes at that time. She only remembered the memories of Liang when she was young. Finally, Hang Fei was able to hold his mother's hand. He now calls her mother. Then the people of Changzha beat their mother and son a lot. At one point, Lena comes to Changzha's room to kill him. Then Hang Fei came and held his hand and said, you were in prison most of your life. I found a home with a lot of difficulty. I found a mother. I received a lot of love from you. You hand over the boss to the police. I don't want to lose you, Mom. I want to live with you for the rest of my life. Seeing this, Changzha went to shoot them. Then senior police officer Aben shot Changzha. Then the police came and took over everything in the Chang family. The police arrested everyone in that gang organization. He has worked with this organization in Hang Fei, so he will also have to spend some time in jail. Lena went and held Hang Fei and cried, telling him to wait for her to return home soon. Aben was watching the love between mother and son from the car and tearing up that paternity test paper. Aben thinks that a mother doesn't have to be the biological mother to keep a child. A few years later, the court ruled that Hang Fei was released. Meanwhile, Lena waits for her son to return home. The story ends here.